It's another one on another day with another person.
Yep, it's another podcast. Paris, Texas, the podcast. You're back. I've got a good friend here. She's going to be a lot of fun, so you better stay right where you're at because we're probably going to laugh a lot. Lee Jane Walker, say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Okay, so same question. I ask this to everybody that comes on. This is really the only question that I come into a podcast ready to ask.
No pre-work.
Yeah, everything else is just like, we'll just wing it.
Great. My favorite.
You down with that?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Are you a Parisian or are you a parasite?
Ooh. I am a Parisian.
Ooh.
Born and raised.
What school did you go to?
Went to North Lamar, Aaron Parker first.
Ooh.
To clarify.
Just to make sure, yeah.
Out in the country. Then, North Lamar all the way until I graduated.
In?
The year. You should never ask a woman her age or
I didn't
year
ask
she graduated.
You graduated? Come on, that's like
02?
a number one question you go, 02?
02, what?
So we went to school together.
We did go to school together.
Do you remember me?
Yep.
Crap.
Kind of.
Okay, good. Because
Yeah.
I don't know that I remember you.
No.
Because I was only 2 years ahead of you.
Oh. Well, I was not the same person that I am now that I was
ditto.
then.
I was very shy.
I was like, I just wanted to be like popular so bad and to be known, and I was kind of a pushover, and
I just wanted to be gone.
oh,
So bad.
No.
And I was just kind of quiet.
Yeah.
It took me like leaving to realize how much I really did love Paris, Texas.
Ooh, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I left for 10 years.
Yeah.
How long were you gone?
That. I left in 2000.
As soon as you graduated, hit the ground running.
Right.
Yep.
And I've been here for 10 years, so I don't know, a while.
Yeah.
I lived in Dallas for why you're like interviewing me? This is not fair. This is not how this works.
See how I did that? I was in Dallas. I was in Addison for a while.
Oh, what'd you do in Addison?
I ran an apartment community. Worked my way up to the...
You wait a minute. You ran an entire apartment community?
Yeah, I was the assistant manager when I quit to move to Paris.
To move back to Paris?
To move back to Paris. That was the end of my 10-year run. There was a lot of other things that happened before then.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like big time. Was it a big
community? Yeah. I mean, it was fairly large.
Because most of them now, they're not small.
No, yeah. We had, I can't remember how many units we had, but...
And Addison's pretty nice. Like, it's a nice part of Dallas.
And I lived in a really nice one and worked at, like, a medium one.
Oh.
Like, it wasn't gated, but it was pretty nice. So, they're all nice, though. I mean, you don't have to live in a gated...
Oh, yeah.
I live in a cabin in the woods now. It's not... I mean, there's a... Anyways, so... No offense to anybody. I was just clarifying.
Yeah, I don't have a gate on my house either. Gosh.
I knew that went down.
Rub it in.
But the coolest job that I had while I was gone, I've had a lot of cool jobs, actually. Lived a lot of life in that time. But I worked at Disney World, briefly.
What?
Did you know that?
Were you a character, or were you, like, just...
Heck yes. In my mind, I was the princess.
Stamping tickets or something.
No, I was the princess that drove the tram.
The tram?
In the parking lot. Lower your head and watch your step. Please slide over to the right, making room for 5 and 5 only. We had a whole spiel.
What?
Yeah.
And there should be a Princess of the Tram short film.
Absolutely.
Like one of those shorts they play at the beginning of the Disney movies.
Should happen, yes.
There should be a Princess of the Tram.
And the last line would say, "Have a magical day." Because that's what they say.
Were they strict on the rules that you had of what you had to say and could
yes.
and couldn't do? Even for the tram riders?
Oh, yeah.
Or drivers, tram drivers.
It's okay. You had a driver and someone in the back that talked. So you rotated.
Oh.
And you had to wear a skirt.
Every day?
Low point.
Wow.
Yellow.
Bummer.
Skirt. It was bad. It was real bad.
Hopefully they've upped their policies and stuff.
Yeah, I hope style has become a little better, but yeah. That was a fun adventure.
Awesome.
So that was one of my first, like I went off to college, to Tyler Junior College, and then got this college program through Disney. Moved to Florida. My sweet parents packed me up and drove me to Florida, and we got to experience Disney World together for the first time. Like, none of us had ever been to Disney World as a family, and if you know my parents, my mom and dad are awesome. My dad is a full-on cowboy, like, world champion team roper, awesome man, big, tall John Wayne cowboy, and we all three like rode the Haunted Mansion. It's probably one of my favorite memories of life. But we all squeezed into this little doom buggy together and like sitting in their lap as a 19-year-old, and it was just, we laughed and had a blast, and it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
So that was cool.
That's awesome. So you were gone for how many years?
10.
10 years, and you like managed an apartment complex, worked at Disney. Anything else crazy in there?
I worked for Virgin Charter, where we chartered private, like Virgin Airlines. We chartered private jets for ridiculously wealthy people.
Did you meet anybody famous?
No, I was really close to meeting Richard Branson, who owned our company, but the economy kind of started to go downhill, and so he closed us down.
Oh,
that was when I was in LA.
Bummer.
So
then now you've been in Texas, Dallas, Texas area, Florida, and now LA.
Right. Those are all out of order, but yes.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. I did professional theater somewhere in there in Houston.
Oh, wow. And
then when I was in LA, I became a casting coordinator for reality TV.
How did you land a job like that?
I started as a PA and worked my way up. I was a production assistant.
So you could be like in movie business right now.
I would be a hot mess if I was still in that industry. Probably.
Is it hard?
It's dark. It is jaded and dark, and yep.
Less fun?
Less fun. I think the job itself is fun, but the mentality behind how you get to the next step in that industry is very like for yourself. And
selfish, yeah.
And I remember like evaluating that at one point, being like, oh, I don't think I want my whole life to look this way. And that's when I moved back to the great state of Texas. So
sounds like a good enough reason to me.
Yeah.
All right, so it's been 10 years.
Yep.
You're back in Paris.
I am. Now I've been back for like 6 or 7 years.
Oh, wow.
So.
And so what did you do when you first got back?
I worked at First Federal Community Bank, the only bank you'll ever need.
You and your lines, man. You've got all these memorized.
Everywhere I worked, you had to say stuff like that. So.
Everywhere?
Not everywhere.
Okay.
But a couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were at the bank. How long were you at the bank?
I don't remember. A couple years.
Did you meet a lot of people?
Oh, yeah.
You have a crazy story? That you can tell, obviously.
Yeah, I know. No, I don't think so. Oh. We rotated a lot, so we did get to meet a lot of people.
That's awesome.
That job was a lot of fun because I went right from managing that big apartment complex to working at a bank. So I was on call all the time before. And then I started working for a bank, and I was a teller. And I got to lock up my drawer at the end of the day and go home, and I never had to think about it again. I mean, unless like the bank got robbed or something. But that wasn't my fault. I wouldn't do that.
Right. I feel like every time I say to a person, like, man, I feel like you know everybody, that person ends up telling me, oh, yeah, I worked at a bank.
Oh, yeah.
Because they meet so many people coming and going so often that they just end up remembering a lot of names and faces because you meet them in the face to face, and then you know their name because they
have to look it up,
hand you all their stuff, and they're like, I want to put this money under Broadway. So, this guy's name's Broadway. He's got a weird mustache.
Yes, named after a street.
And he's named after a street. I can remember that.
Yeah, it's true. You meet a ton of people, and it's relational, so you're constantly talking to people and getting to know a little bit about them, which helps. So.
That's dope. Okay, so you're at the bank. What's next?
So I went through a couple years there and then ended up becoming a volunteer leader for Young Life. And thought that was
pretty dope.
Fun. Yeah. And then the area director, Luke Finch, was like, I think you should go on staff. And I was like, I think you're a lunatic. And that's a terrible idea, and I'm never going to do that. And I've been on staff for 4 years working for Young Life now.
So the real question, though, is do you still think he's a lunatic?
Oh, 100%. But, like, a really cool kind of lunatic, you know.
That makes sense. I see it.
Yeah. I mean, he's my boss, so.
I mean, you still love him, but.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, it still makes sense.
Well, anyone in Young Life is a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you choose to go hang out with high school and middle school kids all the time. And if you weren't crazy when you started, you end up crazy afterwards.
That's cool.
Yeah. Like in a fun way. So.
That's cool. I can see that. So, something interesting. Go.
Just a fun fact about Lee Jane.
Fun fact. I like fun facts. Actually, I think someone should start a podcast called Fun Facts. And
Fun Facts. Okay. I use this one for 2 truths and a lie, but I will grant you access to knowing this.
Okay, thank you.
I won at the county fair when I was like 8 or 9 probably, an armadillo race. And I got a trophy with a gold armadillo on top.
Do you still have it?
Oh, yeah.
Is it at the house? Like at your house now?
It's packed. Oh, yeah. You're just throwing things around down there.
That was my phone.
And that was the table.
My bad.
Yeah, I have it still.
Wow. It would be up.
Well, I'm in the process of building a house.
Oh.
And so
It's in a box.
it's in a box waiting to be put on a shelf where everyone will see it.
Like a glass shelf specifically for your armadillo racing.
With all my trophies
trophies
from
on it.
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
My 7th place ribbons. Well, I'm going to frame them all. So.
What did you get
Just
7th
kidding.
place in?
Any sport event. Whatever was the last participation is what that is.
You showed up. You're 7th place.
Yes.
Good job.
Exactly.
That's about me.
Yeah.
I'm not very sporty.
Me either. I've been going to the gym lately though, which is a new
Go girl.
life thing. And someone made fun of me the other day at the gym.
No, they didn't.
They did. You know why?
Did you punch him in the throat?
No, but I just made fun of him in return.
Oh,
Like in
that's fair.
in a loving, kind way.
Yeah.
Because I was wearing earrings at the gym.
So? What's that mean?
I don't know. He was like, oh, you don't work out in earrings. I was like, oh, no. I work out in earrings.
You may not.
Yeah, which is good because he would have looked weird. Mine, I wear earrings all the time. When I'm in Haiti, when I'm at camp, all the time.
How do you know? Have you ever worn earrings to work out?
That's
How would
true.
you know this?
I should have asked him that.
Because otherwise, I mean, have you ever tried it?
Yeah, and
No.
it's not hard.
It's not hard.
If anything, you're lifting even more weight by wearing them.
I got earrings once when I was a kid.
Really?
Well, I was an adult. I was old enough to get my own earrings, but I was
Did you have
dumb enough
studs?
to be a kid.
Little diamond studs?
I don't know. I had
Or
I got the 2 lobes done, and then I got one up in my cartilage.
Oh, you were super trendy.
Oh yeah, I was trying, but all of them
You're like,
swole. I looked like I
oh.
had big I don't know if I was just allergic to whatever it was.
That's interesting.
So it didn't last very long. I took it out, and then on my cartilage, which no one can see where I'm pointing, but the top of my ear, it never went away for years.
Really?
After I took it all out, I had this big. It's not there anymore, but I had a big knot on the back of my ear, and I was like, that was the dumbest thing I ever done.
I feel like you would be very pirate-ish. Like you would look like a pirate if you had hoops and stuff in your ears with the beard and the mustache. Like it would.
So, sorry, side note, you get me going. I don't know what the deal is. Liam had I think it was his 4th birthday. Liam's my oldest. And I used to have a big beard. Do you remember me with the
the sticker.
Yeah, but it was bigger than that. It was
real long?
I was big beard.
Oh, you look like you were part of Duck Dynasty Brothers?
But I look like I invented Duck Dynasty Brothers.
Nice, okay.
So for his birthday, I dressed up like a pirate. Now, there's a picture somewhere. I'll post it. After
yes,
this.
yes. You should do that.
And I hair blew one side one way, and I made basically a mustache out of my beard. So
Stop.
It went.
That's awesome.
Blow it this way and coming out. And blow
That's
it this way and coming
fantastic.
out. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
I think beards are one of the coolest things for men to maintain and take care of. Have you seen those? Have you seen the competitions?
Oh yeah.
They're
People
so
post my
cool.
name in all kinds of competitions.
Oh, they're fantastic.
It's awesome. I could
Yeah.
never do what they do, but it's awesome.
It's really impressive.
I don't know how they get to stay so okay. I've had a beard I've had one since I was married, so 10 years now.
Yeah.
And I have probably been grooming. I take longer to get my beard ready than it does my wife to get her hair ready. I've told
she has
multiple people
short
this,
hair.
but it's true. It wouldn't matter. I still spend a lot of time.
So you have the oils, you have the beard
Oils,
shampoo,
wax,
all of it.
I have a beard shampoo bar, so it's like shampoo, but it's a bar.
I have a shampoo bar for my hair.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Sounds
But it's
amazing.
for my beard. And beards, we're gonna get off on beards. I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with
Great.
you.
I don't have a beard.
Beards
but
are different than hair.
They're cool.
You can't use the same stuff.
No, yeah.
So
They're cool.
yeah. How do you do this? You're like magic. Is this what you do for a living?
Yeah.
You go sit down with a student and you're like, let's talk about you.
Absolutely. It's
Even if they're trying to talk to you, you turn around on them.
well, I think. Yeah, usually.
Good job.
Relational ministry, so.
You were really good at it because.
So congratulations, everyone. What else do you want to know about Broadway?
No. Okay, so this may happen. There are a couple people. See, you did it again. There are a couple people that are actually wanting to reverse the roles. I won't name them because we'll have to set it up and you'll all see it. But there are a couple people who want to interview me on this podcast.
Total freedom of questions.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well,
that's a good idea. Well,
I have the control to pause the thing, so I could.
You'll have to do like the editing stuff. So.
I edit it, so yeah, I could just go back in the back and be like, I don't think I want to answer this question, so.
That's fair.
Like,
so we already know you're Parisian, though, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Born and raised.
I already made you answer that one accidentally, so.
Oops. Sneak peek.
Yep.
Yeah, nope, I love Paris. Okay. Favorite, I don't want to out anybody else because we love a lot of Paris, but what's your favorite place local to eat?
To eat? I'm on a diet right now, so this is just going to make me sad.
Sorry.
That's okay, I forgive you. I really enjoy Tex-Mex, so... I really like tamales.
That's Kimmy's favorite.
I really like tamales. They have a great ranch, which has nothing to do with the Tex-Mex restaurant, but I judge restaurants by their ranch dressing.
By their ranch dressing.
Magels is in the top.
Do you have a rate? Yeah. Do you have a rating?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It would be
on ranch dressings.
Ranch dressings. It would be Magels, tamales, chilies.
Wow.
On ranch dressings for sure.
Have you ever had Wingstop's ranch dressing?
Ooh, that goes in the top for sure. That's good too.
It's really good. It's probably my number one top.
Okay, it is, but it's a little runny, which is hard to eat on the celery and carrots.
True.
Although I drink it out of straw, if that was okay.
But it's good on everything else.
It's
good on salad. It's good on the chicken wings. It's good on. I've taken it home.
Oh, absolutely.
To use on stuff later.
What kind of wings do you get at Wingstop?
See, you're not supposed to be doing this.
Oh, sorry.
My job. Lemon pepper wings.
Oh.
I like the bone in too, but I've been getting bone out lately because it's just more convenient.
No, I like bone in.
Yeah.
But I get the garlic parm.
Yeah, yeah. Kimmy, interesting fact, sorry.
Nope.
Is a huge spice fan.
Really?
So she, we went to this one place, I think it was Buffalo Wild Wings. You ever been there?
Yeah.
And she's like, I really want to try this, I don't remember, I may be boshing the name, but it's atomic bomb chicken wings.
Oh, super hot.
It's like
on the scale, it was it
was top.
Yeah.
The poor girl waiting, she's like, now, sweetie, these are real. I have to let you know, these are really hot. And she's like, okay. And she was like, I just want to make sure you understand. These are really hot. And she goes, it's fine. So they bring them out. I could smell these things.
Oh, when they came. Nose hairs were burning.
Yeah. I was like, I'm done.
Oh, gosh.
I'm done. Mm-mm. I was like, if you eat those, you're not getting kissed for a while. I'm just saying. No smooches for a bit. And she eats all of them, and she's like, really, they were kind of mild.
Stop.
Dead serious. I'm like, oh my god. I can smell them. It's bad.
There were fumes coming off.
Yeah, bad, and they didn't
and
faze her.
And they didn't even get her.
Didn't faze her.
What about jalapenos? Is she that kind of spice?
Well, she gonna get mad at me, but it's okay because she may not listen to my podcast.
So, depending on what you say, I'm going to tell her.
She doesn't like it when there's chopped up stuff. So if you can see chopped peppers in there or little green freckly stuff. She
doesn't like that.
It has to be completely juicified or whatever. It has to be all sauce.
Oh, so she's not going to eat a stuffed jalapeno.
Yeah, she's not going to eat a stuffed jalapeno. She wants the sauce. But it doesn't matter how hot that sauce is. It just can't have she doesn't want to bite into something that's hot.
My brother just had some jalapeno sauce, and I think he got it at Atwood's. I'll have to see. I'll find out. I need to get her some, but it's you just squeeze it out, and it has the best flavor. But it's got some kick to it, which will probably be nothing for her, but it's really good.
Yeah. So, what do you have a quirk that's something like that's weird?
Ooh, yeah. I was gonna say something I forgot. I don't know. I have lots of quirks that are weird.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I work out in earrings. Apparently, that's a thing. I don't know. Quirk that's weird. I don't know. I can't think of one right now. I feel like there's definitely one. It'll come to
it's
me in a
gotta be.
second.
There's gotta be. I have to read signs when the letters are out. The neon letters are out.
You read it that way?
I have to read it without the whatever words aren't out. Like I have to try to sound it out every single time.
Oh, yeah. When I was a little girl, I would get car sick really easily. And so my mom would, we would go to team ropens and travel and stuff. And so my mom would read billboards out loud. And I carried that habit, as an adult. I remember in college, I would be driving to there with my friend Rachel, and I'd be like, "Oh,
T-shirts,
Tony's Texas, yeah, T-shirts run to $9.99."
Yeah, exactly.
And she was like, "Shut up! Why are you reading these?" I'm like, "Burger King, next right." And then it dawned on me, "Oh, I'm my mom."
I'm saying this out loud.
Yeah.
And then you notice I was saying it out loud.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
That's funny. See, there's a quirk.
Yeah. I don't do it now. I think I've kind of edited myself and.
What?
Well, I'm in the car by myself now, and so I don't ever.
I still do it.
Well, I talk to myself for sure,
Heck
but
yeah.
I think I talk a lot in my job anyway, so I think now I'm more silent.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
So I kind of enjoy.
That makes sense.
Enjoy that.
So you went to 5 camps this
Holy smokes!
this summer. I feel like every time I pulled you up on Facebook, you were either in another state or another country.
There were a few. Yeah, I have some more trips coming up, which are totally crazy. But yes, freshman beach trip down in South Texas on the coast, and then I was in North Carolina at Young Life Camp at Windy Gap. No, where did we go? Yep, Windy Gap.
Yeah.
And then South Texas for Wildlife Camp with my middle school kids. First time we ever did that, which was awesome.
Dope.
Scotland.
Ooh.
For 2.5 weeks.
Jealous.
Have you ever been to Scotland?
No, it's on my bucket list.
Do it. Okay.
Australia, Scotland, Alaska. I know that's weird, but I really want to go to Alaska.
I have heard that those Alaska trips are incredible. I would totally go there. Ireland is, you should put that on your list. Ireland's amazing. But Edinburgh, I had a day and a half to myself after I'd been at camp for 2.5 weeks. And I just wanted to not talk to anyone for a day and a half, and it was amazing. But I just toured by myself and shopped, which is great. But Edinburgh is incredible.
Man.
And people are really nice over there.
Yeah, America's got a bad rap for people being mean.
Oh my gosh, they really do. And I am an American, but going through the airport in Edinburgh, in Scotland, and getting off the airport in New York, the difference in the way that people treated me was night and day.
That's crazy.
I could ask someone a question in Scotland at the airport, can you tell me where blah, blah, blah? Oh, absolutely. Let me tell you, it's down here on the left, and you're going to turn right. And
let me give you a ride.
Yeah, no joke. And how are you doing? I love your shirt. Where'd you get it? Did you enjoy your trip? And then I got in New York, and I was like, can you tell me where Terminal B is? This woman literally stared at me and just pointed. And I was like, are you mute? Or do you speak another, you understood me? So I was like, welcome home.
Yeah.
So that is unfortunate.
But New York can be a lot of fun despite
I've
its
never
people.
been to New York. Besides the airport, I've never been to New York.
You should go. I have some really crazy stories about New York.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, share.
I don't know. This is supposed to be about you.
Well, I've never been to New York. I do want to go. That's on my list.
So I've said this in the past podcast. I'll tell you one little story.
Okay, great.
So I showed up my first time in New York. We showed up. I was doing a job where we traveled a lot, and we originally were going to have 2 days off in New York, 2 or 3 days off in New York. But then something set us behind, and then it was the whole New York trip was canceled. But then they were like, okay, we squeezed it in. We got enough time extra. We're going to have 12 to 14 hours in New York. But it started at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
You're going to have a whole night here.
Right. And so we're sitting there driving up on the bus that we were on, and I was like, I can't not go to New York. I don't care if I have to stay up all night.
You had to get into Las Vegas mentality.
Right?
Yeah.
So I literally, it was about 5, 6 o'clock, jumped on a ferry, because I was in Staten Island, and ferried over to the Manhattan, and I got on a subway, went all the way to downtown, spent 2 hours there just walking and shopping, and then I ended up renting a bike, because you can rent those city bikes for
oh, you just use your card or something,
$12 a day, but you got to hang them up every 15 minutes.
Oh, so they think
super
you don't
weird. So you don't steal it or something, yeah,
Okay.
or you don't get it stolen, or you don't like run off.
It's
I
like
don't know.
built-in accountability.
Yeah, but they're everywhere. They're literally like every 5 minutes of riding, there's another city bike rack.
Wait, you have to check it in every 15 minutes.
Yes.
So if you rode one, I guess if you rode one to work, you would check it.
And that was really good because every major site had like 3 or 4 around it.
So if you rode it to a restaurant and you were eating, you'd have to get up.
No, you have
it's
to
checked in while you're doing that.
Yeah, you checked in and you walk over, but you still have it for the 24-hour period.
Yeah, I don't know why that was hard for
When
me
you
to
come
catch
back,
on
you
to.
just check it back out and keep going.
But that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
So I saw every site except for the towers the site where the Twin Towers went down. That's the only place I didn't get to see because it was really far away. And I didn't really know if I could ride that. I'd have to hang up every
Right.
for a long ways.
Yeah.
But I saw everything.
Wow.
Yeah. It through the night. It was dark.
I was gonna say
but
looking through the windows.
I tried to take pictures, but it just didn't. I couldn't get good pictures at 3:00 in the morning. However, at 3:00 in the morning, I was Broadway riding down the middle of Broadway on a bicycle.
Well, that's a magical
in New
experience.
York, right?
That's pretty cool.
It's hard to pass.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know anybody. I knew one guy there, and obviously, I was gonna bug him at 3:00 in the morning, and yeah. So
if I ever go to New York, I'm gonna try and find Walker Street and ride down Walker Street on a bike.
I think you should.
I don't think that's as cool though.
But it's still cool.
Whatever.
Are there a lot of Walker Streets?
I don't really know. Probably. I feel like. Actually, I have no clue. I'm just. Nope. I don't know.
Okay, question.
Answer.
I should have asked this at the beginning, but it don't matter.
Oh, okay.
So, Lee Jane, is that one name or is that 2 names?
It's my first and my middle.
Okay, have you always gone by Lee and Jane?
No.
Did you used to go by Lee or Jane?
In Lee. I went by Lee. I thought Lee Jane was a terrible name when I was in high school. Only call me Lee. So there's this friend break. You can tell the people who knew me pre college and people who knew me after, because everyone calls me Lee. Although it's really weird. My middle school girls have started in my wildlife, as I start to get to know them, they've started calling me Lee, but I'm realizing it's because all of their moms and dads are people I went to high school with. So they call me Lee. So this there's this new generation swing that's coming back around where they all call me Lee.
That's
Everyone in the
funny.
middle calls me Lee Jane.
I think it's funny. Sorry, side note, back to me.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm the more important one here.
Talking about you.
Broadway is what everybody calls me.
Yeah.
I prefer that. I think it suits my personality.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
I feel like I can tell if you're my friend or not if you call me by anything other than Broadway.
Ooh.
So there are a handful of people, and I don't know why, but they refuse to call me Broadway. They'll call me Dustin, which is my first name, which you're fine. You can call me Dustin.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. But that's, to me, people that call me Dustins are either my mom, which you're not my mom, or a telemarketer. So if you want to be wrapped up in the telemarketer realm, then by all means, call me Dustin. Just go on with your bad self.
Oh, that's funny.
But if you consider me your friend, then I feel like you should call me what all my friends call me, which is Broadway.
Right. It's like if you know me, or if you knew me, if you really knew me, if you really, really knew me.
Exactly.
You would like those different levels, yeah.
Exactly.
People are starting to call me LJ.
Awesome.
I've started signing my emails because it's just so much easier now. LJ to not real business emails, but people that I know, I just sign that because it's more convenient.
Sometimes I sign B-Way.
Do you really?
Sometimes. Not on business stuff.
Yeah.
But on business stuff, I sign Broadway.
It's just short. It's easier, right?
Yeah. I sign Broadway on everything.
Oh, you should. Your name is how you market yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been listening to all these fancy podcasts. I feel really cool by talking about marketing yourself. But I think that's a big part of, if your name's Bob. Bob's a great name. But Broadway is it fits with what you do really well.
It does. And it fits my personality. If you know me, if you're close enough to know me well, then you know that it fits me really well.
Right. Yeah.
So do you think podcasts how long have you been listening to podcasts?
Probably for, you know what? I got into podcasts about 2 years ago. Serial was my first. Did you listen to Serial?
I've seen it. I haven't listened to it, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
So, I became invested. When you pull up to your house and you just sit in the driveway because you can't stop listening. I got hooked. And so now I enjoy listening to podcasts all the time. Even if I'm just driving. Like I found the ones that are short enough that I can just drive across town and listen to. Mike Rowe has one that is really great. You know Mike Rowe, the Dirty Jobs?
Mm-hmm.
He has really great ones.
I mean, I don't know Mike, but I
I
know who you're talking about.
We go so far back. His is really great, and they're short, so you can listen to them through town.
That's good. That's good.
But I love podcasts.
Do you think they're like swinging back? Because podcasts have been around for a really long time.
Right.
But are they kind of like I've read a lot of stuff, and it seems like podcasts are kind of going to be the new like YouTube. Like it's coming back.
Oh, I think so for sure. I think they're trending. I think
that's a good word.
Yeah. I think so. Definitely. Well, you can tell just like Spotify has now picked them up, and they're starting to carry more. Like iTunes already had, but like I think that a lot of different social media platforms are even promoting them more now.
My wife's questioned it in the beginning. I was like, "Hey, I want to do a podcast." She's like, "What? You want to do a what?"
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not that she's not supportive. She's always supportive of what I want to do. It's just it threw her off because it was very out of left field a little bit.
Right.
But it wasn't until I think she saw on one of her cooking reality shows that one of their challenges was to do a cooking podcast, and she goes, "Bah, I guess podcaster in."
Yeah.
Like she was sold.
Yeah.
So my wife and I were talking. Do you think podcasts are kind of coming back a little bit? Because do you remember like a lot of our grandparents and some of our parents probably grew up listening to radio
shows. Absolutely.
Radio shows. I mean, and not your radio shows like what you get now.
No.
A lot of that's just music,
like stories,
and like this,
thrillers.
where you're hearing someone's like story.
Yes.
Do you think that's kind of where podcasts are kind of coming back?
No. Honestly, I think that we are transitioning into the generation that is so on the go and cannot, like, information is coming in fast and they need to constantly be moving forward, that you don't have time to watch a video.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of millennials and generations coming up are constantly wanting to, like, bring in information and learn new things, and podcasts are the quickest and easiest way to do that.
You're capable of doing multiple things at the same time. You can drive and listen to a podcast. You should not be watching a video
while you're driving.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
You can work, you can type, you can do things. Yeah. Your hands can be free while you're doing a podcast. So it just frees you up to do both.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for being on my podcast.
Of course. This was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. We got to learn a lot about you.
I know. How did it work? Like that's like a superhero talent. Like,
ooh, superhero.
Just keep turning the questions back on me without me even knowing it.
Yeah.
And like all of a sudden, I'm opening up to you and telling you my whole story.
Well, you're welcome, ladies and gentlemen,
Boom.
for that.
However, there will be, I think, in the future, an actual podcast that is all about me.
Ooh, good. Can I like throw in a question? Like I'm gonna think of a really good one.
You want to like send in a question, or you want to ask me a question right now?
Ooh, well, no, I don't have one right now.
No, okay.
But how often do you shave your head?
That's a good question.
I had to pull that one out.
I try to shave it like 2 to 3 times a week, but sometimes I get really lazy.
That's a lot of work.
It's more like twice to once a week.
Yeah. It wasn't really
I think I'm like 2 days in or 1 day in.
Yeah.
So I can kind of get away with like 3 or 4 days, but I don't like to. I like to do it more often.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you so much. You're awesome sauce.
You are too.
If any of you guys see Lee Jane wherever, she hangs out at a lot of coffee shops and always with youth kind of around her. That sounds weird, but it's not. That's her job.
That sound weird. Yeah, it's okay.
Say hi. Give her a high five.
Love high fives.
Okay.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.